very welcome to Echelon Park here for the final quarter-final of the Boom and Platform Hire Senior Football Championship. We've got St. Patrick's of Wicklow versus Tinahely. My name is Daniel Kennedy. I'll be taking through the commentary, and on co-commentary with me today is Niamh Myers. How are you, Niamh?
Hello Daniel, how are you?
Not too bad. So we're looking at some grey clouds here coming in, rain pouring down. This match of course has been delayed due to the intermediate match between Avondale and Dinard Glen going to extra time. And with Baltinglass, Carnew Emmets and Arklow Geraldine's Ballymoney waiting the wings eagerly for the winner of this. How do you reckon it's going to go?
I kind of reckon it will be Tinahely who could topple Pats here today. All depends on how Tinahely is going to be marked. I'd say they'll have a plan for him, would you?
Absolutely, yeah. He's selected here to start at full forward. I would say that's probably just a bogey selection. I'd imagine he'd probably come out the field. But you never
Could see
know.
Daniel Hederman marking him. That'd be my plan anyways for them.
Absolutely. Now we're just eagerly waiting to see confirmation of the teams, which is coming here now. Tinahely and the current champions. Of course, St. Patrick's steep in history as well in recent years of winning championships. Speedily away to the game now to finish off the quarter-final standings.
The draw, which will take place on Tuesday evening, will tell the tales for the semi-finals.
Absolutely. What are you hoping for in Carnew?
We're confident anyone we can take now after yesterday. You have to be hopeful. Our aim for the year is to stay up in senior. We have accomplished that, so anything else we're going through is just an extra bonus.
Just an extra bonus, and
just getting the team here now.
4, Bradley Hickey, 5, Barry Keeley, 6, Nolan Hall, 7, Larry Kinsler. A double change in midfield is Lorna Parker. We have Bill Shea, 26, Brian Walsh, August Hooks, Patrick O'Rourke, which means 8, Daniel Hederman, and 9, Peter Stapleton.
So we're hearing a few changes here for the teams.
Owen Byrne, 11, Owen Darcy.
There goes my game plan. Daniel Hederman's gone.
Kelly MacDonald, 13, Matthew Gain, 14, Rory Stokes.
It's the first here for St. Patrick's.
Jason Cush.
In goal, Shane Doyle. Cornerback is Simon Boucher. John Delahunt is fullback with Alex Sinnott in cornerback. Alfie Doyle, Paddy O'Keefe and Conor O'Brien make up the half-back line, with Cormac Byrne, Lorcan Byrne in midfield. Mark O'Brien, Tommy Kelly, Keane O'Brien are in the half-forward line, with Paul O'Brien, Dean Healy and Jamie Owens selected in the full-forward line. Now for Tinahely, Niall Byrne is in the goal. Kevin Mulhall, Curtis Keating and Bradley Hickey are in the full-back line. Barry Keeley, Noel Mulhall and Larry Kinsella make up the half-back line. There's 2 changes in midfield, with number 26, Brian Walsh, coming in for Daniel Hederman, while Peter Stapleton is also omitted, with 28, Patrick O'Rourke starting. In the half-forward line, Aughrim Byrne, Owen Darcy and Killian MacDonald all start, with Matthew Ging, Rory Stokes and Jason Cush in the full-forward line. Now just make sure there, Niamh, is there anything there I'm missing? No further announcements.
No, they only announced changes to Healy, so Patrick's must be flying out as programme.
I know. Our referee, of course, today is Garreth Whelan. Still taking a few moments here now. We're expecting to start at 4 o'clock, but we've gone over the hour here now. The hour mark, but
there's change. Jordan Pettigrew.
Lorna Parker, Ibra Hooks, Niall Delahunt, August Bill Shea, 26, Kieran Doyle, 10, Mark O'Brien.
So we're just getting a few changes here for the Pats lineup.
12, Keane O'Brien. Full forward line then, 13, Paul O'Brien will start.
So,
he's replaced by 27, Shane Murley, 14.
So number 17 comes in for Alfie Doyle on the Pats side. That's Jordan Pettigrew. Number 19 comes in for number 7, Conor O'Brien. Number 19, of course, is Paul Marsh. While number 27 comes in the full forward line for Paul O'Brien, number 27 being Shane Murley. So a couple of changes there in the end. So what do you reckon, down to injuries or just very much tactics? As you mentioned before, Daniel Hederman to be taking on Tinahely. That's surely, for tactics wise, you'd want him on.
Yeah,
But
haven't heard now any of the injuries coming out of either team, but that's not saying. It could be tactics.
could be down to absolutely here now. Of course, looking at yesterday's matches, Carnew, of course, had a brilliant win against Ratnew, while Arclaw Geraldines came out on top against Antoker, while Baltinglass and Kiltegan in Blessington went to penalties. Over the two matches there, here in Echelon Park, the ground seemed to be quite slippy. You'll see probably today the ball sort of skidding ahead of players as they're attempting to control it. The wind itself is blowing from left to right, so down towards the east gate again. Doesn't seem as heavy as yesterday. We were watching Avondale and Donard before this match, and Avondale playing into the wind seemed to get a lot of joy going into it in the first half of extra time. So wind might not be too much of a factor here, but we should probably, won't be too much of a factor, but definitely either side should take advantage of it. We were talking yesterday to Alan Byrne of Arclaw Geraldines, and it's for the team playing into the wind, especially in the first half, just adjusting to that. It might cause a bit of skittishness to start off with, going for the 2 pointers from the arc. So, from what you've known now of Tinahely and Pats, who do you think would favour having the wind at their back or going into it?
I'd say Pat would like to play with it maybe first and then see how it goes. It's hard to know. You have to see who's best on the day for shooting.
Of course, Tinahely would be the man you'd be watching out for, from the looks of it anyway. Looks like it'll be Tinahely going with the wind here from the way the players are marching out. But I can't be too sure of that now. Yeah, looks like it is, yeah. So Pats will be defending the east gate side.
Still waiting for Garreth Whelan to come out on the field, are we?
We have a change here on the referee panel. John Keenan is there with two captains, so actually which way they'll be playing hasn't been selected yet. Anthony Nolan there is getting the team sheet, so John's probably just playing mediator for the moment, and Anthony's going to come over to them. He was reffing yesterday.
AGB and Antoker, first game.
Antoker. So for him, well, I suppose being a Baltinglass man, does he have a bit of interest in this one maybe? Wouldn't happen, would it?
I don't think so. And so keeps everything very professional.
Absolutely. So
Seems to be 5 minutes of a delay here. Thought it'd start at 4 o'clock.
That's it. The Sunday dinner will be going cold now, lads. Well, wherever you are, hopefully you live quite close to. If you're here in Echelon Park, you can get home nice in time. You know, it'd be awful if you live in somewhere like Bray or something like that, and you'll be going through all the weather again, all the way back through the mountains.
Yeah, it'd be terrible to be from Bray, wouldn't it, Daniel?
Awful, absolutely terrible. There's no use of that place. Unless you get moved to Dublin at this point.
I say now, we would like you to move to Dublin as well. We might get back some of our senior hurling championships.
Absolutely. Well, who knows what may happen. And it seems like actually it's going the other way. So it is actually going the way we thought it was at the start, is it? Yes, so Tinahely will be attacking the east gate goal. So with the wind in the first half, Pats, I suppose the important thing for Pats in this first half is to keep the score as low as they possibly can.
Dean Healy's already moved out to centre forward. Might see him in midfield. What do you think, Daniel?
Absolutely, he's definitely eyeing it up. And in midfield there, it's gone in for Pats is Johnny Delahunt.
Waiting for the ball to be kicked across now. Owen Byrne has gone up to face him for the throw-in.
So Aughrim versus Johnny here.
Will we see more extra time here for this game?
Sure, never say never. I'll let you know at half time, maybe. Everyone's in position, everyone's beyond the just about beyond the 45. They're all running in. Anthony Nolan gets the ball up And up go the players. And it's a Tinahely who have first possession. Number 28, of course, there, that is Patrick O'Rourke. Gets out here to number 5. Number 5 is Barry Keeley. Barry Keeley back to his other half back. And he hits it into the middle. Tinahely now going about running at the defence. As you can see there, the slippy surface already causing a few problems with bouncing the ball.
Oh, Darcy's under pressure.
Straight away. Number 26 there, Brian Walsh.
There's a breach. Is there a breach? They're calling for a breach. Pats only have 2 up.
Yeah, just 2 up still, and they still only have 2 up.
Yeah. Annie Nolan's brought up there now.
So the first free here now to be taken by Tinahely, Matthew Ging. He's going to take it beyond the arc. Of course, as I mentioned there, with that wind at their back, even just to adjust to it, this would be the perfect opportunity to get his mind attuned to this wind.
Tinahely keeper is out quite far here, isn't he?
Tinahely off the camera is up on his head of the D. Matthew Ging strikes it over the bar for a 2-pointer. But Tinahely straight away using that wind to their advantage, going 2 points up. Now Shane Doyle now with the kick out. Looks like he's going to go long. Up goes for number 12 there. He takes his mark, Keane O'Byrne. Gets it in to the centre back, Paddy O'Keane. Checking back. I'm right there now. Cornerback on forward, Alex Sinnott. No urgency just yet. Tinahely holding their positions well. Not allowing any space or gaps to open up. Keeping well organised. Back out to Keane O'Byrne. Not having any bit of gall yet, just to go for it. Johnny Delahunt back to over to Paddy O'Keane. Bring it down into the left corner. And back out, so just not rushing anything, not trying to force anything. As I said, if Pats can keep the score as close as possible until half time, with the wind there back in the second half, they should take full advantage. But now they're in a more favourable position for a shot, are they?
No, they're not going to take it here yet.
Not going to take any chances just yet.
Kelly MacDonald seems to be trying to get all Tinahely's position to cover up the space. Don't leave that open.
Paddy O'Keane over Keane O'Byrne. Back out to O'Keane. Keane again, just taking off Grant Doyle and almost an interception. But Pat still retain possession.
Tommy Kelly
hits it out wide.
Oh, over the head.
Over the head and now for a sideline ball to take it now, Patrick O'Rourke. Tinahely a chance now to get themselves out of the defensive spot and up the pitch.
Here they come.
The ball now, Aughrim Byrne back inside.
Harry Rourke running.
Again, that's the ball skidding once again. Centre back there for Noel Mulhall.
Go on.
Pats are getting out under pressure, however. But Tinahely might have found a gap.
Jason Cush wins back the ball.
Cush. Back over, is that it? Where's that going now? Is it in for a goal chance?
Oh.
Was it there now? Brilliant defending there by Pats. That was Johnny Delahunt getting in a vital hand to the ball. And Pats have a chance to break. Here they go on the right side. Back out here to Alfie Doyle. Alfie Doyle hands it up with the ball now. Simon Bouchier. Bouchier has his other cornerback to his left and he uses them. Alex Sinnott. He brought him to space a bit earlier. So cornerbacks definitely looking to fly up the pitch for Pats here. And the gaps though, are they going to be opening up for them? Tommy Kelly doing brilliantly to get past the marker. Takes a shot and there's Pat's first score of the game. They've half the deficit. Half the deficit in the first score against that wind.
They were patient. They didn't want to rush anything. And now they have got their score.
Patience will be absolutely key for them here as we go into Say we're only just about 5 minutes gone now. Niall Byrne. Long ball, Paddy O'Keefe goes up for it. Tinahely though have it now with number 10, Aughrim Byrne. Aughrim Byrne on for Noel Mulhall. And gets it over to the wing back there, that's Barry Keeley. Barry Keeley on to Jason Cush. Cush hits
Rory
it
Stokes.
in. Rory Stokes so will win it. And he
Back
gets it
out
over.
to Larry Kinsella.
Larry Kinsella.
Back to Rory.
Rory's definitely fouled there. He'll be free just outside the arc for Tinahely. A chance now to double there to go. Oh, what do we know? To go 3 points up. Coming over to take it is Matthew Ging again. Successful.
Chris Canvin telling him where to take it from.
I think he doesn't really have too much of a routine with these now compared to other players we've seen. Just nice and simple. Looks at the target. Second look. Now moves back and will look to swing this one over. Another curling effort, and Matthew Ging has got his second 2-pointer from a free today. Tinahely 4 points. St. Patrick's 1 point. Shane Doyle now will probably. Tinahely will probably be pushing up on these kickouts. In fact, look at the Pats players. None of them are inside their own 45. Well, a couple of them now have moved inside. Shane Doyle launches it up the pitch. Looking for Healy. Tinahely get a hand to it, but it is won there by Keane O'Brien for Pats, but brilliant pressure from Tinahely up high up the pitch.
They've won their free.
And they get away with it quickly now. Mulhall getting through a few challenges there.
Jason Cush kicked it in.
But to absolutely no one in particular. Well, there was Aughrim Byrne there making a move, but it was just under a hit for him. On the ball now is Paddy O'Keefe again. Back to Kieran Doyle. Kieran Doyle spots a man out wide, and away comes Simon Boucher. Simon Boucher just running into Tinahely, but gets out nicely for Paddy O'Keefe now to go down the left flank again. They seem to favour that side a little bit. Alex Sinnott has gotten up high again to run with Paddy O'Keefe. But now they work it into midfield here with Paul Marsh. Paul Marsh finds number 27, Shane Murphy. And it's back into the hands of Keane O'Brien. And Marsh puts it over the bar. Second point of the game now for St. Pat's. Paul Marsh with his first. They're quick to get up the pitch and probably, we mentioned about urgency and patiently waiting. That was a bit more urgent now.
Yeah. They don't seem to like to have too many upward forwards. They like to attack from the back up. I like to see Dean Healy maybe get a bit more on the ball. Oh,
inside the arc there now, and Pats have a chance from a free.
I think he's saying that number 5 touched on the ground, Barry Keeley.
Barry Keeley, yeah. He was inside the arc when he did receive it as well. So either way, no matter what, I reckon it was going to be a free for Pats. Shane Doyle is coming up to take this one. So,
will you go for the 2-pointer, do you think?
He has it right in the egg, so I think that's all about what Anthony Nolan can see here. I'm sure he can see it. See that it's inside the arc. Shane Doyle plants his foot through it and gets it over the bar, and that is Pat's third point. First from a free. Pat's 2 points from play and 1 from a free. Tinahely, 2 2-pointers from dead balls. Niall Byrne will probably look to go along now. It's not really. Well, there is here, number 5 there. Barry Keeley making the run. He was on his own. However, he has opted to go into the half-forward line. It's a long kick, but Pats have got it, and Paddy O'Keefe now will just stroll out of the fence with this into the Tinahely half. Back to Sinnott here. Those two seem to be on good wavelength so far with each other. Delahunt. Johnny there. Tinahely there did stop there for a moment thinking that they only had 2 up front, but actually there's 4 in total. Oh no, only 3 now for Pats. But here is Tinahely. He's won his free. Tinahely they seem very organised at the back, but up front they don't seem to be as great odds with each other at the moment.
No. Times you're kind of looking and you're thinking, are they up where they need to be? Here comes Shane Doyle again to take this free.
Shane Doyle is 1 from 1.
It's a little bit further out than the last free.
Chance for a 2-pointer now. Against that wind. Saw Sean Hurley here yesterday. Pop one over for Arklow.
Sean Murphy at this side as well took a great 2-pointer free. Second half for Carnew.
So it's definitely doable against this wind.
There he goes.
And Shane, has he got it? No, from the umpires. So Shane Doyle, 1 from 2 from dead balls. Not a lot of running here going on so far for Tinahely for the kick out, but they're all packed in between the 65 and 45 in the Pats half. Couple lads running out now. Keely's on his own there, but he's backing into Paddy O'Kane. Paddy O'Kane gets a hand to it. Dean Healy now has a lot of space in front of him. Only 1 man in front of him now, but Dean Healy jinks past him. He's going forward. Dean Healy with a chance for a goal. He shoots at it. It's blocked by number 2, Kevin Mulhall. But Marsh has it, and Marsh picks up the pieces, putting it over the bar and equalising. Great chance for a goal for Pats. However, they'll settle for a point here at the moment as things are level. Well, only that's where the space can be. I suppose it's they did pack a lot of players up between that 65 and 45 for that kick out. And that's the danger. You leave yourself open. Niall Byrne now kicking it long. Stinnett gets a hand to it. And here is
Barry Keeley.
Barry Keeley.
He's got his free. They have advantage here, Tinahely do.
Advantage here. Owen Darcy. Right, funny man Darcy gets it into the full forward line. And here goes Matthew Ging. Under a lot of pressure. We're back out now to Barry Keeley. Barry Keeley sends it over and Tinahely lead again.
Barry Keeley's doing a lot of runs up there from the back line up to the forwards.
He's
looking for the ball.
And he gets Tinahely's first score from play. Now Shane Doyle. Once again, no Pats man to start off with inside the 45. So he's going to go along with it again. Doyle. Brilliant catch by Stinnett, and he takes his mark. He's not a lot of options at the moment, but they are now for him. Number 27 there, Shane Murphy. Content with just keeping things calm and not rushing anything. Kieran Doyle brings it into the Tinahely half. Uses to Cian O'Brien. Back to Delahunt. Delahunt to Paddy O'Kane. Finds a brilliant bit of space there for his colleague to run into. Stinnett now with the ball. Recycled back to O'Kane. O'Kane into the middle. And it's hit across there for Cian O'Brien. Cian O'Brien into the full forward line. But Tinahely overturn and come away. Here's Mulhall. Back out now to the full back. That was Curtis Keating. Curtis Keating on it again. Keating out wide on the left side. They're going long Tinahely with this one. Looking for Matthew Ging. Matthew Ging is definitely foul, Lizzie. Yeah, Anthony Nolan has his hand up. Ging wins a free. It was a heavy challenge while he was on the ground. I suppose it's just one of those momentum tackles, really. But a chance now for Tinahely once again to go further in front. If you're a betting person now, Niamh, what would you give odds on him putting this over?
I think I'd win it handy.
Win it handy?
Yeah.
It's not often you would see a footballer in the senior championship. Well, unless they're going for goal, put these wide, and Matthew Ging makes absolutely no error. 5 points, 6 points to 4 now, Tinahely. Matthew Ging with 5 2-pointers. Barry Keeley with the point from play. Shane Doyle. Yeah, we're going to be going along with this one. The breeze looks to be picking up a little bit there. We can see with the flags on the far side, they're much more active anyway, and much more turned up. It's going in here, number 26 under that for Tinahely. Has he
Brian
got
Walsh has it.
Brian Walsh.
To Paddy O'Rourke.
On the ground. Tinahely wins a free. Tinahely assessing his options. I think he's looking for Cormac Byrne now to take it. Cormac Byrne, little short pass. Out wide, Byrne has it again. Got options there, and Simon Boucher. Simon Boucher is under pressure, but he does well. Firms a challenge from Ging well. And it's back out here now, and Pats could break. Boucher.
Anthony Nolan has his hand up here now for advantage for the free, so he's going back to where the original free was. Number 8 trying to run with it. Can't
run with it, but right idea.
Dwin seems to be picking up a little bit here today.
We'll be better watch that camera now. It's under the safe hands of Eugene here. I'm sure it won't blow over. Delahunt.
Some umbrellas are looking dodgy. I don't know what they're going to say.
Paddy O'Kane now with it. He doesn't seem to be disrupted by the wind. He's a big, strong man. Nothing will topple this fella over. Keane brings it forward. It's on to Sinnott. Sinnott. They're just passing around here on this left side. Marsh has it now. Paul Marsh assessing his options now. Bit of space in the centre, but definitely not a shooting position. 26 out wide, Kieran Doyle. Kieran Doyle will recycle back in towards Johnny Delahunt. Delahunt back to Paddy O'Kane. Paddy O'Kane under a bit of pressure, but firms it. Barry Keeley looking very lively. And it's back out here to the right hand side with, is that Marsh again? I don't think it is. But Keane O'Brien there has it. Johnny Delahunt. Back to Paddy O'Kane. Paddy O'Kane opts not to use Healy. Now he does. Healy under a bit of pressure. Takes his shot, takes his score well. Pats now with a deficit of just 1 point. Tinahely 6, Pats 5. And again, they're just patiently waiting for a gap to open up. Currently at the moment, we're just over 17 minutes gone. And Tinahely still with the lead, but as I mentioned at the start, Pats will just fancy to keep this score as close as possible if they're to be in a deficit going in. Niall Byrne, long ball up, looking for Barry Keeley. Barry Keeley wins it. Straight. He kicks it forward for Owen Darcy. Owen Darcy does have a bit of space in front of him, and he does use it. Owen Darcy for his first score of the game. He's got it. Brilliantly taken. Back out to 2 point the margin. Only their second point from play, Tinahely. So although the wind has been used well on the freeze, with Ging getting the two pointers earlier, they're not showing much from play in terms of shooting at the moment, Niamh.
No. They don't even seem like they're trying to. They're happy enough to just try to work it, get free, and then match again. He's so consistent with the frees. Maybe are you better off to do that?
Absolutely, I know here. Tinahely was out, Paddy O'Kane coming forward. Paddy O'Kane slips, but still into the Pat's hands. Dean Healy now. I think it's that O'Kane, making the move forward. O'Kane running at Keeley. He finds Tommy Kelly inside. Tommy Kelly turns and shoots, and there is another point from play for Pats. Tinahely 7, Pats 6. They're getting a bit of joy now running at Tinahely. They seem to be under the Pats kickouts. Once Pats can win it, space does seem to open up. They're packing that midfield, Tinahely. It's not working too well for them at the moment.
Barry Keeley try and make another run. He has done it for the last 2 kickouts.
If Barry Keeley's still standing by the end of this match, he has to be tested. He's been everywhere and all at once. And Tinahely come away with it now. Oh, Darcy. Keeley in front of him. Keeley now. He has options in front of him. Into Stokes.
Come on,
Rory Stokes taking on Cormac Byrne. Cormac Byrne doing well to marshal him. Cormac Byrne's won that ball brilliantly. Stokes still putting under pressure. However, Pats do come away with it now with number 5, Alfie Doyle. Doyle up to Mark O'Brien. Mark O'Brien is shifting a challenge from Mulhall, and it's out for a sideline to Tinahely. Brilliant pressure by the Tinahely centre back Noel Mulhall, and it will be a sideline ball now here to Tinahely. So Darcy over it. He's assessing his options. They're about to go on with a bit quicker here now. Bradley Hickey.
Into Jason Cush.
Jason Cush. Back out wide to Killian McDonald. Killian McDonald shifting a challenge.
He's lost it. He's passed it away to Cian O'Brien. Cian O'Brien is nearly everywhere as well for St. Pat's.
Must be got the right men on each other. Or is it just two lads who just don't want to mark anyone? Sinnott now. Back to Boucher. On to Paddy O'Keefe. Dean Healy in possession. Dean Healy spots a gap. Dean Healy's going to run in. He's going to boot this ball looking for Tommy Kelly. Tommy Kelly with his hands on it. Brilliant defensive work by Tinahely, and that I just went flying into the knees of the Pats player, the Tinahely man did, and now Tinahely come away. Here with Mulhall, taken away by Mark O'Brien. Mark O'Brien gets it on to his halfback. And here with number 17, Jordan Pettigrew. Back to Healy. Healy going to take on the Tinahely defence. Goes for the shot. It's well wide though in the end.
So patient the first few minutes. You'd wonder would he have been better off to keep calm and see what would open up for him.
Yeah, he's probably had other options there. Could have recycled it back, but Tinahely now do have possession. They do go short, work it over to the left-hand side.
Paddy O'Rourke.
Now to Mulhall. Taking it into the centre. Tinahely now working it patiently. Johnny Delahunt is showing on a bit of pressure. However, it only seems to be a bit of token pressure at the moment.
Curtis Key is running here now.
And he's still going. He's spotting the ball in. It's a high dropping ball, but however, there's Simon Boucher with the ball. Fantastic catch. And he comes away with it now to Sinnott. Sinnott. Just again, no need to go taking on men at the moment. They're a bit close to goal. Just work it patiently out of defence. Paddy O'Keefe up to Shane Murphy. Shane Murphy just recycling back now for Kieran Doyle. Doyle assessing the options, back to Shane Murphy. Murphy up to O'Keefe. This is they're like carving. They're going through Tinahely like a bit of a maze. However, Tinahely do well to get back and recover the ball, and now they're in possession. Matthew Ging back in his own, behind his own 65. He gets it forward and he has it again on the midfield now. There's only one person up for Tinahely, and will they find him?
That Darcy has it.
Taken there by Owen Darcy. Owen Darcy goes for the score. It goes across goal and wide there, despite Jason Cush's effort. So we're still Tinahely 7, Pats 6. We've only got 23 minutes just gone. Things are nicely poised now in this match. No one's running away with it yet, but Pats now will gain a lot of confidence with how they've done playing against the wind. Shane Doyle launches it long. It's actually a bit low, but it goes into the hands of Shane Murphy. It's brought in midfield. Kieran Doyle back to Shane Murphy. Pass it back in for Cormac Byrne. Cormac Byrne over to Kieran Doyle. Simon Boucher. Now this is more of the patience we were talking about, and it's working for them here. Paddy O'Keefe shifts a heavy challenge, has the advantage, looks for Dean Healy going forward. Dean Healy gets it. Healy, yes, they're happy enough to
go back to the original free.
Back to the original free. But there's a bit of afters with Dean Healy trying to get on with proceedings. Paddy O'Keefe going in just to keep the Tinahely away from his teammate.
Andy Nolan's went back to where the first free occurred. So Healy was trying to take it from where he had it.
So just from inside the Tinahely 65. Shane Doyle he's not in his goal line, but he's not running up to try and take this. O'Keefe goes short. Finds now Kieran Doyle. Kieran Doyle assessing options. Up on the 45, O'Keefe. Paddy O'Keefe launches it in. Tinahely though have won it. Coming away with it now is Larry Kinsella. Larry Kinsella up to number 10 there, that's Aughrim Byrne. Aughrim Byrne back to Mulhall. Mulhall looking forward here from Matthew Ging. Matthew Ging is definitely foul, and Matthew Ging will have a chance to get his third 2-pointer of the game. Pushing the back there by Cian O'Brien. So yeah, Cian O'Brien really is popping up all over the place.
Wherever Barry Keeley can do, Cian O'Brien seems to be able to do just as well.
And well, Barry Keeley's given away a free, has he?
No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyways.
Oh, yeah, anyway.
Chris Canavan making sure that Matthew Ging takes it from the right position.
He's getting on with his routine a bit faster now. His time is limited with this wind at his back in this first half. Steps back, steps forward, curls it high, and it is just to the right hand side of the post and gone wide. So with that bit, I suppose you can call it that's a difficult angle anyway from out there, even with the wind at your back. But Tinahely now still only a point up. They won't have that luxury of the wind at their back in the second half. Time is at only got 4 minutes left till the half-time whistle. Shane Doyle looking for Johnny Delahunt. Johnny Delahunt doesn't catch it.
Brian Walsh has took it off him.
Walsh shifts a heavy challenge from Healy. Walsh still under severe pressure. Here goes Mulhall now. Mulhall, there is a gap for Mulhall to run into. Mulhall bearing down on goal. Paddy O'Keefe getting back. Brilliant save by Shane Doyle. In fact, in terms of Mulhall, he did very well to get that shot off, but Shane Doyle was equal to it on that slippery surface that could have just flew into the ball. But now Pat's got the free and are coming up the field with Mark O'Brien under pressure by Darcy. Mark O'Brien doesn't have the advantage, no foul there. Simon Bouchier works it back into Kieran Doyle. Kieran Doyle to Johnny Delahunt. Johnny Delahunt, they're content with just working it across the pitch here now and maybe slowing things down a bit. Paddy O'Keefe pretty much just waiting for Rory Stokes to come in and to leave Cian O'Brien free here. Cian O'Brien over to Cormac Byrne. Cormac Byrne tackled there by
Jason
Cush. But now Johnny Delahunt comes away with it. Delahunt on to Cormac Byrne. Cormac Byrne back to O'Keefe. Seems like Rory Stokes is running around the place here now, but he's not getting any luck. Delahunt out to Sinnott. Alex Sinnott using the decoy well there of Delahunt, but has to work it back. Mark O'Brien didn't seem to expect that, but fortunately no Tinahely men around him. Tinahely do have 3 men up front, but they're all quite high. No one's sitting deep. Here is Mark O'Brien, still in possession. Over now, back to Kieran Doyle. Kieran Doyle, slipping past the challenge, on to Dean Healy. Dean Healy getting through somehow, but 4 bodies around him, 5 if you include Healy. Back to Kieran Doyle, on to O'Keefe. It seems like Owen Darcy is down and is feeling the impact of that Dean Healy run forward, but O'Keefe now has it. Out to Kieran Doyle. Kieran Doyle over to Mark O'Brien. Mark O'Brien finds number 17 there for Pats. Into Marsh. Marsh getting past his marker. Marsh finds number 17 again, that's Jordan Pettigrew. But no, Tinahely recover the ball and they have a free out.
Oh, what Tinahely fella has dropped there now.
Is there any kind of afters there? Was he just, it looks like he's may have just pulled up a bit.
Paddy O'Rourke.
And he's feeling something. Might have been men look away is all I'll say, is what he might be feeling there.
Curtis Keaton has the ball here now. Big week for Curtis Keaton, getting married on Friday.
Getting married on Friday. He'll want to have a semi-final to look forward to. That would be the wedding there. If he gets to semi-final, it'll be the second biggest day he'll have this year. Ball now in, looking for Ging. Ging misses it, but there's a chance here now to break onto it for number 10 for Tinahely. That's Aughrim Byrne. It's blocked down here. Ging's attempted a shot, but Ging has it again. Ging looking for Stokes, however, evades him and goes out to the corner back, and now the wing back for Tinahely has it. Number 7, Larry Kinsella. Back now here with Rory Stokes. Rory Stokes trying to burst through. He's definitely no. Anthony Nolan is saying get up, play on, and Definite, and that was a foul there on Shane Murley.
Keane O'Brien going on with the free, takes it quickly,
on it quickly,
and
and now
Kenny
it's
MacDonald knocked it out for a sideline.
1 minute.
Additional time, 1 minute, just been announced by Shane Byrne.
Seen it now with the sideline here now. He's just waiting for Doyle to come across. I suppose they can eat up a few seconds here.
They have 2 men free over its stand side.
He hits it long, but Brian Walsh gets it there. Dean Healy
gives away free.
Free out now for Tinahely.
Good tussle between these two lads today. With Brian Walsh and Dean Healy.
Not giving each other an inch there. Kevin Mulhall there tried to get on with things quickly. However, Anthony Nolan has called it back for the free. Von Darcy trying to steal a few yards, but Anthony Nolan right there. He's not going to get away with that. He goes back to Kevin Mulhall. Kevin Mulhall on to Owen Darcy. Owen Darcy.
Out to Kenny MacDonald.
Kenny MacDonald now evading Murley here. He's a man in the centre there. That's number 28 is Patrick O'Rourke. Paddy O'Rourke going forward. Looking out wide there now. It's number 10 on the ball for Aughrim Byrne. Mulhall here is making a break in the middle. Aughrim Byrne finds him. He doesn't, however, he recovers it himself. Gives it into Darcy. Darcy takes a hit there, but he firms it, goes for the score.
And what a score. 2 points.
That's exactly what Tinahely needed to finish off this half. Aughrim Byrne took the challenge from Jordan Pettigrew on an advantage. Slots it between the sticks. Tinahely 9 points, St. Pat 6 points. And I'm sure time here now is just up. Yes, in fact, we're nearly into the third minute of added time. And that's it, the halftime whistle has sounded. Tinahely 9 points, St. Pat 6 points. And it's nicely poised now for the second half. Pats, of course, will have the wind in that half with Healy making a lot of breaks, but he may have a good chance to get a few 2-pointers in the second half. And we'll see you at halftime.
The corner forward gathers it on the 21, but it's stolen by the cornerback. He's picked his pocket there.
It's dropping from the skies. The big man has it again. Oh, he's lording it today.
He's backing himself. He has the distance, but has he the accuracy? It's over the bar. Toshi's Aruto. Toshi's Aruto. You've done it. Nobody.
Our GAA. We all belong here, in this place, at this time. We belong not because of who we are or where we come from. Being here means belonging. Belonging means knowing you're part of a community that has a place for all, where potential is nurtured, where individuals become teams. We honour the legacy of those who went before and strive to build a legacy of their own. Some of us play, some of us used to play, some of us never played. We all belong. Belonging means having a voice, means being able to say what you think is right, being listened to. Belonging means respecting each other, means being there for each other, on the pitch, off the pitch. Belonging means rolling our sleeves up and doing what needs to be done. We all belong, whether it's our first day or our 100th year. We all belong here, because this place belongs to us all. Our GAA, where we all belong.
looking, boys. Who wants it? Alan, will you just kick the ball out to the middle of the field? Get your head in the game, come on. Keepers! Jesus Christ, Alan! Will you catch the ball? That's your square, your responsibility. You called for the ball. Come on and get your head in the game. James, lads, he's lost the hunger altogether, that fella. Christ.
Eugene, listen, look, we're all worried about him. He's not in a good place. He's not himself. He doesn't need you on the sideline shouting at him with abuse. Look, go and have a chat with him and see if he's all right, will you?
Yes, I never thought of that. Hold on. Alan, come here.
It's important to remember that underneath the jersey, GAA players are just normal people too. 4 to 4 of us have mental health, and you don't have to be an expert to make a positive difference at your GAA club. Look after yourself and keep an eye out for others. Sometimes all you have to do is listen. Go to realtalks.ie/GAA to learn more.
Tá áitir le bhaine lig. Bhaine tá beo a fannacht lá nach teach a riomh béidir. Bhaine a hín siar ríist is ríist eile ag an áitir asmuid.
Well, lads, what's the crack?
Bhaine nach stop a riomh go dagan na puinte nach féidir mu a stoppa. Bhaine nach niúltín riomh don obair atá le déanamh.
You got it all free?
Bhaine chur na rá gach ile tradiisiún agus gach ile scéile chur rá thuganna. Bhaine bíomhan linn na léitheanta hagan go deo. Bhaid hain, wahí hain, utha hain, bhain hain. Tá áit le bhaine lig. Áit linne ligí. Cumann Lucas Gael, tá áit dúna ligán.
She'll forget it's her first day. She'll grit her teeth and try her heart out. She'll know that someday she'll master the lift. She'll never forget her first day. She is a camogie player, and she belongs where we all belong. GAA, where we all belong.
Morning, John.
Morning, Tom. Your taxi waits.
The fact of coming back down here to meet up with the lads and everything and the contact they kept with me is an enormous boost.
There was a need there for us to look after our older members. My own father comes along and he was sick then before Christmas, so he didn't come here, and really I could see a difference in him. I felt that he missed his friends.
The Monday Club and everybody who wants to come along is invited. They're remaking connections that they had 20 years ago when they were all very active club members, and now all of a sudden they sit down and it's like they were never away from one another.
I think it's one of the better things that we've done on our healthy club journey because it means so much.
A healthy club is where we all belong.
GAA Healthy Club is a game changer.
In this place, at this time.
We belong not because of who we are or where we come from.
Being here means belonging.
Belonging means knowing you're part of a community.
A community that has a place for all.
Where potential is nurtured.
We're individuals.
Become teams.
Who honour the legacy of those who went before.
And strive to build a legacy of their own.
Some of us play.
Some of us used to play.
Some of us never played.
We all belong.
Belonging means having a voice.
Means being able to say what you think is right.
Being listened to.
Belonging means respecting each other.
On the pitch, off the pitch.
Belonging means rolling up your sleeves
and doing what needs to be done.
We all belong, whether it's our first day
or our 100th year.
We all belong because this place belongs to us all.
RGA, where we all belong.
RGA, where we all belong.
Come and look last scale to Arch Dunya a League on.
RGA,
where we all belong.
Our GAA, where we all belong. RGA, where we all belong.
Everything we do in the club involves the community.
The men are out walking, having the cuppa, chatting. We have a wonderful morning here and it fits us out for the week and everybody just goes home so happy. Keep out, keep about.
The war started in Ukraine and that's where our Healthy Club really came to the fore and worked really, really hard at helping to integrate. Margot does the most beautiful artwork here all around our grounds.
These people believe on my talent and after that I believe on myself.
You're very welcome back here to the second half of this quarter-final between St. Patrick's and Tinahely of the Boom and Platform Higher Senior Football Championship. We'll have to admit an issue with our naming of players here in the first half. Paddy O'Keefe is actually in Australia and Matthew Traynor is wearing number 6 here. Matthew Traynor, of course, came back from travelling earlier on this year for the championship, so it's just a swap deal with the Aussies. Surdom. Anthony Nolan now just making sure everyone's in position for the start of this second half. It's Tinahely, 9 points, St. Pat's 6 points. Pat's now with the aid of the breeze in this half, attacking the east gate end. Breeze.
Anthony Nolan's waiting for a ball.
Waiting for a ball. At a football match, waiting for a ball. I'm sure there's plenty around.
No one wants to throw in one in case they don't get it back.
That's it. Very protective of their balls. Both sides are. So the wind looks to be dying down a little bit.
Pats have kicked in their football now. On to Tinahely have kicked it in. To make it back, Pats ball out to them here.
There's obviously playing chicken with each other, and both of them fell for it. Anthony Nolan. We've got John Keenan and Chris Canavan doing as linesman. John Keenan here on the close side. Is there any changes there? I think, is he looking for slips maybe? Or no, all good, all is good. Anthony Nolan throws the ball in. Up goes Johnny Delahunt. Tinahely though win it here now, and going forward is Mulhall. Kevin Mulhall kicks it forward here on for Brian Walsh. Brian Walsh back now.
Paddy O'Rourke.
Paddy O'Rourke. Pascal O'Rourke now not going to take on the Pats defence entirely. And Tinahely recycle it back here now into the hands of Keeley. Barry Keeley had a lot of possession in the first half. He was everywhere, all at once. Gets it into Kevin Mulhall. He gets Owen Darcy going. Owen Darcy shoots. Owen Darcy puts it over. First score of the second half. Tinahely 10 points. St. Pat's 6 points. 4 points the difference.
Still favouring Tinahely, I think, to come out winners here.
Well, we'll have to see if our prediction comes true here now, Niamh. As Dean Healy now is sat at the centre forward position. He'll be eyeing up a few chances, I'm sure, in this half, as Niall Byrne with the kick out. Shane Doyle with the kick out. Shane Doyle is going to go long. He's looking for him early. Delahunt is running up. However, it is Tinahely who do win possession here now with Aughrim Byrne. Aughrim Byrne gets it on for, he's knocked out at the sideline, is he? No, Bouchier trying to tackle. But Tinahely keep possession. Darcy in field for Kevin Mulhall. He's got Keeley out to his right. Kevin Mulhall doesn't use him. Looks for Rory Stokes. Rory Stokes now being tracked by Cormac Byrne. Rory Stokes is through on goal. Is he? Is it the first goal? Great save by Shane Doyle.
Back out, Killy MacDonald has passed it out now to Paddy O'Rourke. Oh, a bit too high now, is it, for match again?
Keeley has it. Keeley, that looked like barging, but it's more of just coming together. Is it advantage for Tinahely?
Killy MacDonald with the high ball in.
Shane Doyle punches it out. Will we go back for the free? I think we are, yes. Kind of, I don't really, from where I was looking at here.
It's a free for them.
Very much looked like barging in a way. It didn't really look like the Pats player here was the aggressor in that challenge. We're looking at a lot of what can happen in Gaelic football matches and hurling matches. Is momentum can just carry you through when you're in full flight.
Both sides try and get water into their players here.
We're going to have a bit of a lull now. Receiving a lot of attention there from the physio. We're looking at matches up here. Down the other end, Normal Hall is sticking close to Dean Healy. Not to let that man any space. He could do it against Dublin. He could certainly do it here. Don Darcy will be taking. Don Darcy is standing over this free now as we're ready to get the game back underway. Darcy waiting for a ball to come out. From a Tinahely perspective, they will probably just look to eat up the seconds here now as much as they can. You just have to win quarterfinals. It's all about getting through to the semi. On Darcy, going through his routine, lining up the posts, jigging in. Darcy looks to float it, looks to put his boot through it. He gets it over the bar, and that is Tinahely 11 points, St. Pat's 6. 5 points to margin now. Pats are going to need to get off and running in this half if they have any hope.
Surprised they haven't brought Dean Healy out yet to midfield.
He is just sitting there on the Tinahely 45. Shane Doyle now looking to go long. Does hit it long, and Healy has come into the 65. It's looking for the big man. He doesn't get it. However, Murray gets his hand to it, but there, ball is touched on the ground by the Tinahely player. And then the ball wasn't handed back. So Anthony Nolan is going to bring the ball forward. Up here to the 21.
Tommy Kelly going to take this?
Now he's opted, yeah, that course is there right. They can bring it outside the arc, and with that breeze there back, Tommy Kelly should be able to take full advantage here. Central enough here. With the wind blowing that end, Tommy Kelly doesn't need much of a routine for him at all as he gets it over. And there is Pats now with the two-pointer free. Tinahely 11 points, St. Pat's 8 points. Niall Byrne now to get on with things here. Tinahely have two men looking for it short. They're not packing the midfield as they were in the first half. Niall Byrne goes long. Into a pass player's hands, however. He spills it, but Delahunt gathers. On now, going forward are Pats, and here is Marsh. Marsh wearing number 19. Tommy Kelly. Back to Delahunt. Tommy Kelly again. Tommy Kelly looks out wide on the right side into Mark O'Brien. No. Matthew Traynor gets a touch to it. Here is Mark O'Brien, kicks it forward into the hands now of Pettigrew. Jordan Pettigrew puts it over. And Pat's now 2 scores in a row have brought the deficit back to just 2 points. 1 2-pointer will get them back level. And Niamh, your prediction for Tinahely. What's your percentage feeling of it now? Are you
I'm still confident?
Still confident.
They're still going to pull it out here. They're not panicking at all.
Not panicking at all. No need for panic, sure. We're only a few minutes into the second half. 5 to be exact. Niall Byrne looking for his options. He goes long. It's floating in the air. Sinnott gets a hand to it. Larry Kinsella should gather this under the pressure of Paul Marsh. Gets his free. Paul Marsh pucks in the back, and Kinsella does the right thing and get on with it quickly, but is not seeing much gaps in front of him to run into. But however, he could have just gone there because they aren't allowed to tackle him. But Tinahely keep possession. Here now is Mulhall. Mulhall with just Healy there in front of him, gets into Darcy. Darcy tackled by Delahunt. He's got the advantage now. Delahunt fouling on Darcy, hits it high. Kieran Doyle's got a cactus, and Shirley will go back for a free for Tinahely. Yeah, Doyle there with it. So Tinahely have a free here now, halfway between the Pats 45 and 65. Darcy is calling for it. See, let's bring it back quite far. Yeah, brings it now, puts it into number 26, Brian Walsh. Brian Walsh onto Mulhall. Mulhall back out to Darcy. Darcy with just Mark O'Brien in front of him, gets it out wide to Killy MacDonald. Killy MacDonald, bit of space to run into here, into the left corner. Number 10 there now taking it for Tinahely. Back out
to Brian Walsh.
To Brian Walsh into the centre to Mulhall. Noel Mulhall. Into Darcy, back to Noel Mulhall. Noel Mulhall to Darcy. Here is Keeley, Barry Keeley, back to Kevin Mulhall, Noel Mulhall. They're still playing around the arc here now, looking for their opportunity. They're gonna go for it here now. Is that over the bar? It is indeed, and that was Aughrim Byrne. Aughrim Byrne pushes the advantage back out to 3 points for Tinahely, the county champions. Well up and running in this second half. Another ball to come in here now. They're no longer allowed to keep the balls in the back of the goal. I'm guessing because it could cause a bit of confusion sometimes. Shane Doyle look to plant this, look to send this one long. Healy again is just strolling up towards the 45. He's gonna aim for Dean Healy again. Kevin Mulhall slaps it down brilliantly here now, and Tinahely come away with the ball. Here is Aughrim Byrne. Aughrim Byrne looking for Rory Stuck. Sorry, that was Matthew King. Owen Darcy now. Is he gonna run through? He's popped it over the bar. Owen Darcy with another score this half. Tinahely 13, Pats 9, 4 points in it. Pats really aren't coming to the table this half. Although they've got a 2-pointer and one from play, they're unable to deal with the Tinahely running through the middle. They're not packing that defence like Tinahely were in the first half.
No, and if you look at the midfield here now for the kick out, it's mainly Tinahely players.
And it's gone long again here. It's looking for Delahunt. Delahunt doesn't get there.
Killy MacDonald has it.
Killy MacDonald gets onto it. Ging. Over wide now to Larry Kinsella. Larry Kinsella back for Killy MacDonald. Matthew Ging. They can just play this one around here now, and that's coming out to Bradley Hickey. Bradley Hickey in a fairly advanced position. He's got his corner forward colleague here off him, but he gets it back. And here he goes, going through. He puts it into the back of the net, it looks like. That is in the net, and that is Bradley Hickey with the goal.
There's top amongst the umpires here. What are they going to do?
The umpires now
Anthony Nolan going in to talk to him.
Have a big discussion on it. We're looking at a replay here. Bradley Hickey, it seems to just loop over. It does look like it loops over in front of the crossbar and into the net. However, Anthony Nolan doesn't have the luxury of being able to look at that replay. There's no VAR in Wicklow GA just yet, but I hear there's talks.
Shane Doyle to go away as he talks to his umpires.
That's he didn't have. Let's have a look. There are a couple of people shouting that he hand passed the ball.
The umpire waving the flag for the green flag. No, he's coming out to John Keenan, this linesman here now.
John Keenan had it probably almost the same view as we had, and he has confirmed that it went off the foot, and it is a goal for Tinahely.
Bradley Hickey with the goal.
Bradley Hickey with the goal, number 4 scoring. Quarterback scoring goals. What has this game come to? But it was a brilliant finish, even if he didn't mean it. Fair play to him. Shown great adventure to get into that position. We have a substitute coming on for Tinahely. Number 18 is James Hederman. He's coming on, while Paddy O'Rourke is coming off. So now, Shane Doyle, they're going to need a lot of urgency here now for the rest of the second half.
6 points down.
7 points down.
Sorry, and then
we've only 11 minutes gone here now, 19 minutes to go, plus whatever stoppage time. I suppose there was a past player down injured for a few moments, but probably not too much time already.
Keane O'Brien's made a run over the far side, but Shane Doyle's not going to him.
Shane Doyle goes long, looking for Matthew Traynor. Brilliant fist there, that was Brian Walsh. Cormac Byrne gets to it. He's under a lot of pressure from Stokes and co. And it's a free out for Pats. I want to get on with this quickly now. Matthew Traynor is checking what's in front of him. Gets it over to Keane O'Brien. Keane O'Brien. Matthew Ging doing the defensive pressing. Johnny Delahunt. Back inside to Matthew Traynor. Matthew Traynor taking across his own 65. Gets it back off Keane O'Brien. Now to Kieran Doyle, who the ball slips out of his hands. However, he does recover to Mark O'Brien. Kieran Doyle under severe pressure there.
Killy MacDonald running out here now to try to get the ball off Matthew Traynor. Jason Cush as well helping.
Pats though are keeping possession here. It's very, very little now, Pats players in their own half, but here we go now forward. Keane O'Brien on to Sinnott. We had a good luxury of seeing Sinnott down this end in the first half. He got on a lot of ball and he's jinked inside. He's going for a 2-pointer. Wind assisted. Wide. And it's gone wide on the left side.
Double substitution here now for St. Pat's.
So 2 lads coming on there. Number 7 is Conor O'Brien. Number 25 is Padraig Higgins. Off comes Shane Murley, as well as, not seeing him yet, just Shane Murley so far. On the far side there, that's Johnny Delahunt there, who's gone off. So in there, Padraig Higgins and Conor O'Brien.
Niall Byrne to kick out.
Goes long. It's been held up in the air. Up goes Brian Walsh. Aughrim Byrne now in possession. On an advantage. Brian Walsh. Advantage is over. And it's just worked out here to Kevin Mulhall. Kevin Mulhall gets it forward for Aughrim Byrne. Just Padraig Higgins ahead of him. He recycles it back, and now it is in for Noel Mulhall to chase. Conor O'Brien though in hot pursuit. Going over there now. 2. This is Matthew Ging cutting in size. Matthew Ging taking on a lot of Pat's players. Matthew Ging puts it over the bar. Matthew Ging, his first score from play, pushes Tinahely further in front there. 8 points up.
Matthew Ging's first score here in second half as well.
So Shane Doyle now looking to go along. Pats are... The urgency is needed. Conor O'Brien trying to get past Kenny McDonald. Kenny McDonald holding up well, however, he's on the advantage. Owen Darcy doing as he should, handing the ball back to Cormac Byrne. I suppose it's easy to be polite now when you're up by this margin, and they know just to keep calm and carry on. Cian O'Brien going forward, he's fouled, it's a free for Pats. And again, it's being handed back here just beyond the Tinahely 65. Padraig Higgins gives it inside now to man number 17, that is Jordan Pettigrew. It's worked here, back out to Dean Healy. Dean Healy is looking for angle to shoot. He takes his shot, and Dean Healy has put it over the bar for a 2-pointer. We are back now down to just 6 points between the sides. 2 goals separate them. But if they can get more chances for Dean Healy in that position, this deficit could come down fairly quickly.
I think I'd like to see Dean Healy take more shots from play.
Absolutely. He's well able to score from distance.
Niall Byrne's looking for...
Well, he's found Aughrim Byrne. Aughrim Byrne takes his mark and hits it in, looking for Stoke, looking for...
Jason Cush.
Jason Cush
out to Brian Walsh.
Back to Jason Cush now. Cush looking at his options. He finds a brilliant ball here into Rory Stokes. Rory Stokes taking on Cian O'Brien. Rory Stokes for a goal! What a goal! Using his strike there brilliantly to weed off the challenge from Cian O'Brien. Tinahely 20 points, St. Pat's 11. And we've 15 points just gone. Number 9 coming in there for St. Pat's. That is Lorcan Byrne. He's coming on, and it looks like who is going off is number 19 there, Paul Marsh. Just looking back at that goal for Rory Stokes. The number 14 has some strength. Cian O'Brien has had a brilliant game so far. He's been absolutely everywhere all at once. It's actually not Paul Marsh who's coming off there. It's number 5, Alfie Doyle, who's relieved the duties for this evening. Tinahely win the Pats kick out. Owen Darcy was coming forward, however Healy's trying to recover it. Was he on the ground there? Anthony Owens needed him not to have touched it on the ground. And Healy wins his free. He gets down with it quickly with a touch and go. Paul Marsh takes a heavy hit there from Brian Walsh. Brilliant tackle. But Dean Healy with the ball in possession now. Looking for Tommy Kelly in the square. Tommy Kelly knocks it down. Here now for Simon Boucher. Boucher puts it over. He was looking for
making a substitution here now.
Number 28 coming on there, Stephen Duffy. Boucher there, obviously looking disappointed there with taking that score. But still, it brings the deficit back down to 8. Coming off there was Jordan Pettigrew for St. Pat's. Niall Byrne with the kick out. Kenny McDonald. Has he gotten free? No, he hasn't. But Aughrim Byrne there. Barry Keeley doesn't catch it.
Larry Kinsella has it.
But Larry Kinsella recovers it well from. Going to come back now to Larry Kinsella. Keeley on the inside. No Mulhall now. There's not much space in him. Matthew Traynor is shutting down the space in front of him, but he does get it forward here now on to Killy McDonald. Killy McDonald has Boucher in front of him. Score of that last point. It's cycled back here to Brian Walsh. Brian Walsh out wide to Barry Keeley. Barry Keeley, again just assessing that and being patient, waiting for the runners off into space. Here on the ball is Kinsella. Kinsella back to Keeley. Keeley out wide here. And it's worked back to number 15, Jason Cush. Brian Walsh. Out wide here to Kenny McDonald. Boucher just holding them up. Pats are not getting out aggressively.
No, they're leaving the Tinahely players free.
They're just playing around the midfield line now. But here is Rory Stokes. Rory Stokes isn't content with playing it around. Rory Stokes is running show. Brilliant pass to Owen Darcy. Darcy, back to Rory Stokes. Sorry, that's a penalty. It is a penalty. Again, momentum carried him in. Alex Sinnott, though, the offender in this case, just getting an arm to him, which ultimately blocked his momentum, bringing him down. Penalty for Tinahely. This surely will be curtains if this is converted. And Niamh, I'm sure now you're getting that fiver off me at this point.
Yeah. Hopefully this won't be the first time a brave man will lose to a car new.
Absolutely. Not this year, but just in general.
Owen Darcy stepping up. Facing Shane Doyle.
Shane Doyle doing his best Emmy Martinez impression. Trying to put him off, wiggling the legs and hands. Owen Darcy puts it down the middle. Brilliant from Darcy.
Made no mistake.
No mistake, and for a player like him to have that confidence to step up, to put it down the middle. A lot of guile.
Tinahely are 14 points ahead now.
Shane Doyle.
Look for Dean Healy. Oh, Dean Healy spilled it.
Barry Keeley going forward. It's intercepted by the pass man. Dean Healy now has it. Dean Healy going to launch it forward. Tommy Kelly is inside. Mulhall there. Kevin Mulhall doing well, but Kelly has it. There was only red shirts in front of him. He's being held up. He has the advantage. And there looks to be a bit of afters here now on that. Or no, now there's just a coming together. Don't think Killian McDonald heard the whistle at first. Tommy Kelly scored 23-12, so 11 points in it.
Into
10 minutes to go.
now. Good lot of supporters leaving here.
Kelly's put that over. And that's 3-14 to 13 points. So a lot of, a few cars there heading out on the west gate. I was trying to look at the regs, but I suppose it all will be Wicklow, so that was, unless Tinahely have their own special ones. Niall Byrne with the kick out, he launches it long. Dean Healy misses it, misjudged that. Darcy in possession. And Darcy again gets it over to Barry Keeley. He is still full of energy, still full of running. Larry Kinsella now. He has options, but he's just opting to run with it, but now he's hit it out to Killian McDonald. Cush is out wide. Jason Cush in possession.
Into Larry Kinsella.
Kinsella now into the centre. Turning here is the man who came on, number 18, that was James Hederman. Back out here now, it's Aughrim Byrne. Killian McDonald. Larry Kinsella's in a lot of space here on the left, and he opts to go from outside of the boot. Brilliant pass. Kinsella. Over now to Matthew Ging. Back inside for Brian Walsh. Brian Walsh is going to go for it, and Brian Walsh has floated that one over the bar. No, never mind. Can be quite deceiving sometimes from the angles. Always wait for the young player. Substitute coming on now. Cormac Byrne coming off for Pats. And who has come on there now? Number 15 for Pats, Jamie Owens, has come on the pitch. Shane Doyle looking for Keane O'Brien, opting to work it short. They are losing a lot of those long balls, but they lost this one as well. That looks to be touched on the ground. Or Tinahely. No, Pat's come away with it. Dean Healy taking on his marker, gets it in.
Well done, Brian Walsh. He's got it back for them.
Brian Walsh has got it in for Tinahely. He's got it back, and here is Owen Darcy. Owen Darcy essentially back to Brian Walsh. Brian Walsh into the centre now to Hederman. Hederman working out wide. And it's over here now into the hands of Curtis Keating. Curtis Keating running forward into Larry Kinsella now.
Rory Stokes has the ball.
Rory Stokes.
Back to Curtis Keating.
Keating now. And Larry Kinsella on the ball. And this is what Tinahely could just do for the next few minutes. Just keep possession. Only 6.5 minutes to go. There's no need to rush anything. However, Curtis would want to keep his eye on the ball. Unfortunately, no Pats player around him to punish that error of judgment. Barry Keeley Still running, still full of energy. Harry Keeley gets it forward now. Here is Ederman. And they're recycling it all the way back here into the midfield. Back to Rory Stokes. Rory Stokes to Brian Walsh. Pats are now starting to move up a little bit now. They desperately will need something if they have any hope at all.
Oh, Darcy has the ball.
Tinahely though are keeping it well. Brian Walsh, 5 men around him, but Darcy was free. And on to Stokes. Boucher putting him under pressure. Stokes gets control of the ball. He's under pressure on the ground, but Killy McDonald now has it. He's under a lot of pressure there. And Pat's overturn. That looks like a frontal charge by Stephen Duffy.
Rory Stokes is down.
I suppose was doing the right thing to hold off that, just to hold off the ball. However, he mistimed it, mistimed the angle. Anthony Nolan here having a word. He's giving him a yellow card. Rory Stokes will be a head injury, so there might be a bit of a hold up here now while he's assessed. Getting a bit of water on board. Anthony Nolan is conversing with the physio.
David Blake. Rory Stokes going to continue here.
Rory Stokes looks all right. Probably just more of the impact. Kind of looked from the actual angle here, looked more kind of shoulder to chest, and came up towards his face. But he looks okay. Tinahely come away with it now. Get on with proceedings. Owen Darcy jinking inside. Owen Darcy going through a few players. He's got it in now to Hickey. Hickey for a second score. He can't take it. Well, he's probably scored one of the most unorthodox goals you'd see in a championship match. But he couldn't get a point there. Tinahely 3-14, Pat's 13. Only got less than 5 minutes to go of normal time. Then it's up to Anthony Nolan how much we're going to see added on. Shane Doyle with the ball out. Brilliantly caught in the air there by Aughrim Byrne. Aughrim Byrne brings it forward here now for Hederman. There's a lot of space in front of Hederman. Boucher's trying to close it down. Hederman takes the point. With the run, it eats up a few seconds and can come away with a score. 24-13, 3-15-13. 11 points between the sides. Pats have not shown too much interest in the second half.
No, they've only scored 4 points here in the second half.
Shane Doyle going long. Larry Kinsett gets a hand to it for Tinahely. And here is Matthew King. Darcy's moved in forward. Mark O'Brien though wins it. Good defending by the wing forward. Moved out here, Aughrim Byrne. Aughrim Byrne looking for his options, but there's not much on. But here's Padraig Higgins now. Kieran Doyle. Duffy's available, he gives it off to him. The big man Duffy. Duffy gets it forward, looking for Conor O'Brien. Conor O'Brien gets past Mulhall. He stumbles with the ball. As I say, that is a greasy surface, so it can be tough to get your bounces right. Hederman, has he won a free? No, he's won the ball back at the very least, and no, Mulhall has it.
I think John Keane is calling a line ball here.
The line ball, he looked to be pointing in the direction of Pat's.
Tinahely substitution. Tommy Kelly's coming on here now.
Tommy Kelly for Thomas Kelly, I suppose it's down as, for Tinahely. Just don't want to confuse him with the Pats fella. Tomas maybe. And who's coming off? Sounds like no.
Substitution, 17, Thomas Kelly. Thomas Kelly replaces 26, Brian Walsh.
Brian Walsh had a brilliant game. And he's met with the applause he does deserve for his performance. He's ate up a lot of ball in that half-back line from the Pats kickouts.
Tinahely supporters showing their appreciation for the work that Brian is putting here today.
Well deserved. Stephen Duffy now assessing his options. Paul Marsh is free there. He's going to go for it though. It's curling and it is held by the Tinahely man. That is Killy McDonald coming away with it now. And out here to Curtis Keating. Curtis Keating come away with it. Tinahely still in possession. No Mulhall. They get it forward. Killy McDonald onto Rory Stokes. It's out for a sideline. Pats again with another chance to float it into the box. Dean Healy now will be standing over just beyond the 45.
Another substitution for Tinahely. Looks like Cormac Murphy coming in here now.
Cormac Murphy coming on. And off here, we're having a look. And,
don't see any players coming off the sideline here yet.
I know, and why would you want it? Why would you?
Tinahely, in off the goal. Tinahely substitution 20. Cormac Murphy replaces 2. Kevin Mulhall.
Kevin Mulhall, again another player having a fine game, is relieved of duties. A semi-final place booked. Oh, but surely now at this point. The Pats, that's Dean Healy, is about to hit this sideline from just outside the 45. Duffy's moved inside. He's a big presence, him. It's curling into the box.
Tinahely hand has pushed it out.
Tinahely, Larry Kinsella taking it away. Now it's Aughrim Byrne.
At least 3 minutes.
And 3 minutes of injury time have just been announced. And Tinahely can't come away with this. Barry Keeley, probably the first mistake he's made all game, out for a sideline. It's worked across here to no one in particular, but Dean Healy does pick up the pieces. Pat's here now. Again, urgency is very much needed. If they are, I suppose they don't have much hope, but you never know. Stephen Duffy hopping to float it into the box, looking for Jamie Owens. Jamie Owens does get a hand to it. Tommy Kelly does get a hand to it as well. However, Tinahely come away with it now with Hederman. Hederman back to Kinsella. Kinsella works it back inside here for Curtis Keating. Keating gets a boot to it. Killy McDonald, brilliant pickup. And there's about 4 men surround the Tinahely man and he wins his free. Killy McDonald, a lot of very good performance today from Tinahely.
Absolutely.
If you were to call him out of the match, who would you be calling, Niamh?
I think I'd have to give it to Barry Keeley. He's done a lot of running up and down that field.
There's a GPS tracker on it. I'm sure every single spot will be red. And it's all red here as Tinahely are winning by 11 points. Going forward, there's the goal scorer from earlier on, Bradley Hickey. It's worked out wide to Aughrim Byrne. Aughrim Byrne has Ging off him. He opts to use him. Ging under pressure from Healy. Healy fouls.
Ging is down.
Ging is down. Catching a breath. He deserved more than just catching a breath with his performance today as well. He opts just to recycle it back here. On to number 18, Hederman. James Hederman's back to McGing. Back to Ging, who floats it inside and it's just too high for Barry Keeley. If he gets a score here again, Barry Keeley, he'll be well and truly worth the man of the match award if we're to give one out. Shane Doyle now with the kick out. We've only got about 45 seconds left to go. Doyle's looking for Trainer. Trainer back to Marsh. Marsh on to Kieran Doyle. Kieran Doyle shifts a heavy challenge, has the advantage. Kieran Doyle looking for options anywhere, but nothing going forward. Stephen Duffy to Keane O'Brien. Keane O'Brien out wide to Mark O'Brien. Mark O'Brien forward. Here is Alex Stinnett. We saw a lot of him in the first half, not too much this half. But Alex Stinnett is just working it back. Now here is Conor O'Brien. Conor O'Brien looking for the 2-pointer. He's put it over the bar. A consolation point really you'd call it now, as it's just the 3 goals in it, 3-15 to 15 in favour of Tinahely. Coming back on the pitch now looks to be Kevin Mulhall. I think was he off? He's coming on here now, and Larry Kinsella looks to be the man headed for the sideline. However, I don't think anyone's told Lorcan Byrne because he's following him everywhere. Yeah, it seems pulling up with a dead leg from the looks of him, Larry Kinsella. He's again had a brilliant match. Two wing backs full of energy for Tinahely, Barry Keeley and in Larry Kinsella. Niall Byrne kicking it long. Looking for Aughrim Byrne. Aughrim Byrne, does he catch it? No, he doesn't. Doesn't hold on. Tinahely in possession. Works it into Mark O'Brien. Mark O'Brien shifting the challenge of Owen Darcy. In now to Padraig Higgins. Higgins out wide for Matthew Traynor. Matthew Traynor floating the ball in. Looking for Jamie Owens and Tommy Kelly, but Tinahely win it. Niall Byrne picks up the pieces. Headerman has it. Anthony Nolan calls a stop to the game. Tinahely 3-15, St. Pat's 15. Tinahely will be joining Carnew Emmets, Arklow Geraldines, Ballymoney and Balticlass in the semi-finals. So we've, no matter what the draw is, we're nicely poised. What do you think of that, Niamh?
Yeah, I'd say Tinahely should be very happy with this game. Their last game they played against Rathnew, they weren't exactly happy. Now they got a draw against Rathnew, but I'd say they'd be more content with their showing today than they were the last day. The draw will take place on Tuesday evening, so anyone who is wondering when it'll be, it's Tuesday evening. It used to always take place on the evening after the last game, but this year now they've decided to do it on Tuesday evening.
And to the viewers here watching at home, 3 matches on this weekend. There'll be plenty more to come. Thank you very much for tuning in. I've been Daniel Kennedy on the commentary.
And Niamh Myers.
Have a lovely evening.